So this weekend, the community has a chance to memorialize fallen law enforcement officers here in Indiana and make sure that their survivors know that they're not forgotten.
Our Alyssa Donovan is live this morning in Plainfield, where this year's ride will take place. Alyssa, good morning.
Good morning, Nicole. And this event is going to be a little bit different this year, but the message is still the same, honoring fallen officers in Indiana and the survivors they left behind. And in 2019, there were 2 line of duty deaths, and both those men are featured on the resource truck outside of the Law Enforcement Academy here in Plainfield. Chief David Hewitt of the Rising Sun Police Department and Trooper Peter Bo Stephen with Indiana State Police. This truck would typically be following the cyclists as they go around the state for a 13-day ride, but things are different this year because of the pandemic. The 19th annual Cops Cycling for Survivors bike ride was originally scheduled for July, but it was postponed to September. In typical years, active and retired officers, along with their survivors of fallen law enforcement officers, bike 1,000 miles across Indiana over the course of 13 days. But this year, it's all going to take place on one day, this Saturday. We talked with a lieutenant at the Indiana Law Enforcement Academy about why he takes part in this event.
Well, one of my best friends was a police officer in Texas who was killed in the line of duty. So I've been directly affected, and I know what the survivors go through. It's one of those things that there's an outpouring of public support whenever an officer is killed, but it's just human nature that dies out. But the survivors are left with a huge hole in their hearts for the rest of their lives. So we want to make sure that that hole in some small way is filled.
Money raised goes to help memorialize officers killed in the line of duty and help their surviving family members and co-workers. And people are encouraged to come out tomorrow between 8:30 and 5 o'clock. They can ride their bikes along with officers and family members of fallen officers here at the track at the Plainfield Training Academy. They can also actually sign the truck. It's a way of showing their support for the fallen officers as well as the survivors. And you can see on here some of the messages people have wrote. Never forget. May you live through. Thank you for your service. So a lot that you can do this weekend to show your support for law enforcement across central Indiana. Reporting live, I'm Alyssa Donovan, WRTV.